Okay, I have received all the emails. Received the DMs or the tags on Twitter about Jussie Smollett being indicted on 16 counts. I already knew and I was already going to do a video on it, but shout out to everyone who kept me informed, even though I already knew. But anyway, it has now come out that Jussie Smollett has been indicted on 16 felony counts. I think the biggest key word here is felony. That's probably the word that holds the most weight at this point. This is a big deal right now. And I noticed that they have not really advertised Empire, or the second half of its season, lately. I think I might have only seen 1 or 2 commercials from it since this whole thing with Jussie Smollett blew up. I have a feeling that the ratings are definitely going to tank in the second half of the season, and I think it comes back on next week. And many people probably didn't know that until I just mentioned it to them, or they just didn't care because they don't watch the show. But if the show is on its way out, it's probably going to be because of all the controversy that's surrounding him. But let me go ahead and read this article coming from Yahoo. Empire actor Jussie Smollett is hit with 16-count felony indictment by a grand jury. An Illinois grand jury has indicted Empire actor Jussie Smollett on 16 felony counts of disorderly conduct filing a false police report. The grand jury returned 2 separate sets of charges, Robert Foley, a senior advisor in the state's attorney's office, told ABC News. The first set is related to what Smollett told officers about the alleged attack, including the attackers calling him racial and homophobic slurs, struck him with their hands, put a noose around his neck, and poured some sort of chemical substance on him. The second set of charges are related to the second interview Smollett had with police about the alleged attack later that day. The new set of charges each carry a possible sentence of probation to 4 years in prison, according to WLS. Smollett already pleaded not guilty to the first disorderly conduct charge. He was ordered to surrender his passport and taken into custody, after which he posted a $100,000 bond to be freed. Smollett told police he was attacked by 2 masked men near his apartment in Chicago at around 2 a.m. on January 29th. The 2 men Smollett initially said shouted racist and homophobic slurs at him as a rope was wrapped around his neck and an unknown chemical substance was poured on him. The alleged assailants yelled MAGA country, a reference to President Donald Trump, 45, Make America Great Again slogan. Police identified and questioned 2 persons of interest captured on surveillance video near the scene around the time of the alleged attack. The men Abimbola and Alabenjo Asindaro, I probably messed their entire names up, were arrested on February 13th but then released without charges, with police saying they were no longer considered suspects. While being questioned by investigators, the brothers claimed that Smollett paid them $3,500 to help orchestrate and stage the crime after he became upset that a threatening letter addressed to him and delivered on January 22nd to the Fox studio where Empire is filmed did not get enough attention. Smollett, who has consistently denied any role in the staging supposed crime, turned himself in last month. It's getting real spooky for one Jussie Smollett. I still question what made him do this. Like, why did he do this? He better hope that, like I said, he better hope that there's a loophole somewhere in this and he can find a way to get out of this. But right now it's looking kind of looking kind of shaky for him. And I hope, well, this is a big hope, that none of those feminists get on to their soapbox and say something about it's black men's fault that he got indicted on 16 felony counts. But you know what? I won't even hold my breath. I'm sure some of them ones over at Madame Noir, the Griot, the Root, or as Professor Black Truth calls it, the Weed, are probably itching in their fingertips right now to write something derogatory about heterosexual black men and how it's somehow our fault that he's in the predicament that he's in. But his troubles are just beginning. I wonder, like, what goes through his mind. Like, I bet he wishes he could go back to that day and say, you know what, this is not a good idea. I will not go through with it. Let me just continue to go on with my life. But when I remember, I did a follow-up video talking about some stuff that happened with him back in 2007 when he got that DUI in California, and how he signed his brother's name on the, basically forged his brother's signature on the thing. That right there, when that came out, I was like, I think the guy's operating like a sociopath. Like, all the symptoms are there. But the saga continues, and I'm sure that there's going to be more stuff that comes out. He better hope that he gets the bare minimum of just probation, because, you know, 4 years, it's going to probably feel like a lifetime for him. So we'll see what happens. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you in the next one.